Hello everyone. So today's topic is Amazon Simple Workflow Service, and it is very small topic, and I won't be taking much of your precious time for this. So let's go ahead with the theoretical session and a bit of the practical session to check what is SWF. Amazon Simple Workflow Service is a web service that makes it easy to coordinate work across distributed application components. So it's a way of coordinating works across a whole bunch of different components within your application. Amazon SWF enables applications for a range of use cases, including media processing, web application backends, business process workflows, and analytics pipelines to be designed as a coordination of tasks. Task represents invocations of various processing steps in an application which can be performed by executable web service calls, human interactions, and scripts. Well, SWF is a way of coordinating your applications as well as human beings, as well as with manual processes. And where is this typically used? Amazon actually use themselves inside their warehouse. When you go to Amazon and order a book, let's assume you are ordering a book, this is just an example. It is going to be executed by a code, and then you go do your payment. Again, it's going to be a series of algorithms. It goes through and takes the money from your credit card. However, when the actual order comes in, somebody in the warehouse has to go and find that order. Then they have to pack it and address it to the user through courier. This is a human interaction. So that's where the human element gets involved. So SWF is a way of combining your digital environment along with manual task, along with human being. Amazon Simple Workflow Service is a workflow service for building scalable, resilient applications. With Amazon SWF, you can build many applications, many kinds of applications as workflows. Amazon SWF maintains the execution state of the workflow consistently and reliably so that you can focus on building and running your application. So what is the basic difference between SWF and SQS? SWF presents a task-oriented API, whereas SQS offers a message-oriented API. In SWF, a task is only assigned once and is never duplicated. In SQS, message visibility timeout is there. Tasks can be assigned multiple times and could also be duplicated if processing does not complete within a certain length of time. SQS has a retention period of up to 14 days. With SWF, workflow executions can last up to 1 year. SWF keeps track of all tasks and events in an application. In SQS, you need to implement your own application level tracking, especially if your application uses multiple queues. So these are the actors of SWF. What is Workflow Starter? An application that can initiate or start a workflow. Could be your e-commerce website following the placement of an order, or a mobile app searching for bus times. Decider. It is a program that controls the coordination of tasks, that is their ordering, concurrency and scheduling according to the application logic. It controls the flow of activity tasks in a workflow execution. If something has finished or failed in a workflow, a decider decides what to do next. Then the last one is workers. They are programs that interact with Amazon SWF to get tasks, process received tasks, and then return the results. So here you can see this is the decider. The decider implements the application business logic. Then get decisions or tasks, returns decision task, goes to a Amazon SWF, and then to the cloud or mobile to the workers, you can say. So workers and deciders can run on a cloud infrastructure such as EC2 on machines behind firewalls. SWF brokers the interaction between the workers and the deciders. It allows the decider to get consistent views into the progress of tasks and to initiate new tasks in an ongoing manner. You can, as I go through it, you can just check this picture and you can understand how this workflow occurs. At the same time, the SWF stores tasks, assigns them to the workers when they are ready and monitors their progress. It ensures that a task is assigned only once and is never duplicated. Since SWF maintains the application state durably, workers and deciders don't have to keep track of execution. They can run independently and scale quickly. So SWF domain, your workflow and activity types of the workflow execution itself are all scoped to a domain. Domains isolate a set of types, execution and task slips from others within the same account. You can register a domain by using the AWS Management Console or by using the register domain action in the Amazon SWF API. The parameters are specified in JSON script, and this is one of the examples you can take. This is a registered domain. The name is given as a blah blah blah. The description is music, and the workflow execution retention period in days is 60. So let's log into our AWS console and see how we can build an SWF. I won't be building it, but I will show you a bit of it. So here we are in our AWS console. So where it will be, just like SQS, it will be in application and integration. So as you can see in here, application integration, we have SWF. So this is the thing. I had one domain created with the name of text, which I have already deleted. So let me create one of the domains. Let me launch a sample workthrough. This workthrough of building and running a sample workflow will take you through creating a domain, register workflow and activity, deploying code for workflow orchestration, logic and activities, running and execution, viewing the execution in the management console. The sample workflow implements an image processing application. In this application, an image is downloaded from a public Amazon S3 bucket, and a selected transformation is applied to the image, and the transformed image is then stored in a S3 bucket that you specify. Each time you run the sample workflow, you can choose one of the two transforms, grayscale conversion or sepia conversion. You can download the code related to this sample, and let's get started right now. Let me give the name, create a domain, let me give the name as infra. Continue. So domain has been registered successfully. Then you can deploy on Amazon EC2 micro instance and store transform image in my S3 bucket. You can go ahead and you can do it. I won't be going ahead, then I'll just complete the workthrough without deployment. You will be able to download the code and deploy your own infrastructure later on. So your domain, workflow type and activity types has been successfully registered. So this is all about Amazon SWF. If you want more details, you can go ahead and you can check it from here. From here you can deprecate your domain, and also if you want, then you can just register a new again from here like this. you can give, and the retention time which is default it took in for my case, you can give the retention time in here and you can go ahead and do it. So that is all about Amazon SWF. So if you like my video, please do comment, subscribe and share. Thanks a lot for watching this video.